Hi guys.
What's up, everyone?
Good evening. Good evening to you all.
So today we have activity
That we've been meaning to do for a long time. Well, for a few weeks.
for a few weeks, not a long time.
Yeah, my husband came up with this idea. I thought it was a great idea because we invested in this like 2 Christmases ago for us to do. It
Yeah.
was supposed to be like date ideas for married couples or something for couples, and we said we were going to like pick one randomly when we wanted to go on a date and do what was on it. It's called Heart to Heart. This is why the title is Heart to Heart.
Put it up so they can see.
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of little cards there, and they have like a quote and a question, and then on the other side, so some of them have like date ideas. So
Yeah.
those were our intentions. Sadly, we have not used these at all. So 2 years later, we're finally going to go ahead and use it. But we want this to be interactive, so please join in. Hopefully you're relaxing for the night. Maybe you're in your PJs. Whatever the case may be, we hope you just tune in and get something from this.
Yep. So yeah, after we ask each other these questions, maybe go back and see, how you and your significant other would answer them yourselves as well. So let me know when you're ready.
I am ready. You want to go first? So tell them how we're going to go about this.
So there's a bunch of cards in here. I'm gonna pick random cards, and they all, like she said, they all have like questions, how you would, handle certain situations. So we're gonna answer those questions, and yeah, we're gonna, I don't know how many we'll do, but
Yeah.
we're looking to do a few.
Okay, so you're going to start?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll start. First question, heart to heart. How can you get involved in each other's interests even more?
Okay, you want to read the little quote there too?
Yeah, it's got a quote: "Love seeks one thing only, the good of the one loved. Love, therefore, is its own reward."
That's
Thomas
good.
Martin.
I like that quote. So it says, how can we get involved in each other's interests
Yep.
even more?
Yep.
I think first, just really simple. Just ask. I need to ask you, like, what are you interested in?
Yeah.
What are some things you like to do? And ask frequently because your interests can change over time,
Yeah.
right? So, like, some things that you really into when we're recording be things like you're kind of past at this age. Like, you're like, I don't really like to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So, I would say it's good to maybe check in with each other.
Yeah.
Encourage you to check in with your spouse. Just kind of say, like, what are you interested in right now? It could be
Absolutely.
a sport, it could be a hobby, and then a lot of times it may not be something that I necessarily like as well or as much as you, but maybe challenge yourself to say, since you like it, I'm going to join your next class. Maybe it's a boxing class or something. I'm going to join in just to spend that time with you and see maybe like why you like this so much.
Yep. Okay, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about you?
I would say, kind of what you just mentioned, asking a lot of questions is good. Joining them what they like to do. A lot of times spouses may not love what the other spouse loves to do.
Yeah.
But obviously, you got to get involved
Yeah.
with what they like to do, because that helps build that connection and what they like to do. You know what I mean? You found out more about your spouse. So I think
Yeah.
joining them in what they like to do, as well as asking questions, is important.
Yeah, for example, like I was never a basketball fan until I met this man. I couldn't stand basketball because I thought
stand it.
I thought they were too dramatic, falling on the floor and stuff all the time. But he loved basketball. He just like everything was basketball. So
Everything.
I'm like, I'll give it a try. I used to get so turned off when he was like, I'm watching a basketball game or playing basketball. But I'm like, you know what? I need to give this a try because this is a big part of something he likes to do. So I
Yeah.
sat and I watched it, and it didn't happen overnight. I watched it and I watched it. Next thing you know, I'm like, who got the ball? Like, I'm getting
Exactly.
into it.
Exactly, yeah.
So you never know. You may love it. Now I look forward to basketball season. Who knew?
Right.
So, and then there's shows that he would never have watched if it wasn't for me, and he watches them, and
Yeah, like Married at First Sight.
yeah, and now he secretly loves the show. Like, so it's just good to another thing I would say is just kind of study your spouse and see what they're into.
Yeah.
Some things they may not come out and say. If you ask them, just kind of see like, oh, he goes to the gym every Thursday and Tuesday. He really likes this. Maybe I should go to the gym with him one day. You know, stuff like that.
Exactly.
All right, let's do another one.
Awesome.
Well, so here's a date idea. We wanted to read the date idea as well before we move on. All right, we're gonna do probably about 5 of these. And feel free to like comment in the chat, please. Just like say maybe your answer to these questions. If your spouse is nearby, you can type you guys' answer. Even if you watch this later on, what your answers are to this, that would be great. All right, so here is an idea. It's called Walk in My Shoes. Take time to experience each other's hobbies. Spend a few hours sharing a favorite sport, creating an artistic project, or attending a concert together. That sounds fun. Something we haven't done together, honey, is like do an artistic project. You know how they do like those painting settings and stuff? That probably would be fun to
I'm
do.
not too artistic though. So.
I'm not either, so it would be fun. So here's an idea.
All right, you want to pick the card?
Yeah.
Next card?
I'm going to pick randomly.
All right.
Trying to like mix it up a little bit.
All right.
Okay. Talk about how you can overcome obstacles that keep you from getting away more often. Oh, this is good.
Like vacation?
It says getting away, so I'm assuming.
I guess it's like vacation.
Oh, and it has a verse on here from Song of Songs 2:10. My beloved spoke and said to me, "Arise, my darling, my beautiful one, come with me." This just sounds
that sounds like you.
That sounds like
that sounds like something you would say to me. Rise, my
That's
darling,
really
get up.
me. Right, exactly.
Come with me. That sounds exactly like you.
Yeah, it does. That's funny. So this one is asking us to talk about how we can overcome obstacles that keep us from getting away more often. I really like this one.
I
You
know
know
you,
this
yeah,
is right
I
up
know
my
you do.
alley.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the person that will get away every month if I could.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So I think one, you need to budget before getting away, because hotels aren't cheap, gas, all this stuff's not cheap. Activities is not cheap. You need to plan for it.
Yep.
You know, I like being spontaneous, but this is something you just can't be like, all right, we're going to, you know, Florida tomorrow. Some things you got to plan for. Talk about it as well. Get expectations. Make sure your schedule's clear. But also, you got to prioritize it as well. So if you're not doing those things, it's hard to get away.
Yeah.
Because you're going to look up, it's going to be like 6 months to a year. You're like, oh, we haven't been anywhere.
Yeah.
Then you're like, well, I want to get away this weekend. I'm like, we can't do it this weekend.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So definitely budget for it. Talk about it. Plan for it. Try to schedule it in, and try to go for it.
Right, and then I agree with everything you just said, but this is me adding my nature piece and answering this is how can you overcome the obstacles? Sometimes I think just do it. Just plan a surprise trip.
Didn't you just hear what I said?
Yes, I'm saying.
Well, it depends on the trip.
Right, I'm not saying like a week or two
trip,
somewhere. I'm just saying even if it's like a weekend getaway. If you notice that you guys haven't gotten away for a while, just be like, you know what, I know I'm free this weekend. I know he's free this weekend. I'm just going to make it a surprise and say, hey, we haven't gotten away in a while. Be ready at 7. We're going somewhere for the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, but like I said, a lot of times you might run into obstacles because the thing with spontaneous getting away is like, okay, well, I'm tired this weekend, or I don't got the money this weekend, or I promise so-and-so I'll go. It's just a lot of things. So I'm not against spontaneous trips, but a lot of times it don't work because
something. But I agree, in order to be intentional, like what this is saying, is plan. Like put on the calendar, maybe look at, okay, like you said, maybe you guys haven't gotten away at all, just you two. You may have kids, and we understand that you may not be able to get away as frequently as you want, even if it's a night trip or a 2-day, something like that.
Yeah.
Look at the calendar and think about when you can do this, even if it can't happen for this year, to say next year, next summer, or next spring, you and I are getting away, just us two. It's very important, but prioritize. And we were taught that last night at Bible study about prioritizing what's important. And
shout out Pastor Marie.
Yes, that was an excellent message. And so prioritize your marriage and put that on the calendar.
Absolutely.
Right? Even if it's once a year, it's really helpful. All right, so the back of this date idea says take some time to plan. There it is. A weekend away Choose the date, the location, and the sites you hope to see. Reserve a romantic place to stay. Put a big heart on the calendar so you can anticipate the wonderful trip that's in store. I love that idea.
See?
Honey, can we do this, please?
You gotta plan for it.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Plan. Can we plan and like put it on the calendar, put a big heart, and anticipate the trip?
We'll talk about it.
So, guys, this is a really good thing to do. I highly recommend. That's cute.
All right.
All right. So you start with one.
Next card. A random card. Bam. Does the road ahead feel too predictable or uncertain? That's a good question. I'm gonna let you go first on that one.
Does the road ahead, read that one more time.
Does the road ahead feel too predictable or uncertain?
Oh.
And I'll read the quote. Life is a journey, not a destination.
Very uncertain.
It feels uncertain to you?
It feels very uncertain. I mean, we walk by faith and not by sight. We have a vision for our lives. God reveals to us little by little as we go. We step out on faith, but for the most part, I can't say exactly where we'll be 10 years from now right here. I know some foundational things, like we'll still be married, we'll still be in Christ, you know, Lord's willing, we'll have kids by then. I'm more than certain of that.
Mm-hmm.
But some bigger picture things, I have no idea. So I would say maybe it's a mixture of both, but for the most part, because, you know, we live by faith, I don't know what God could have us do in the road ahead.
Yeah.
You know, we know we'll be in Him, but we don't know exactly what that looks like. I mean, that's my answer.
Okay. I'm gonna say uncertain as well. I don't want to say uncertain like as in like fear, like oh I'm scared,
Right,
I don't know what's
right.
gonna happen. But there's a lot of things that going on, with jobs,
Yeah.
family, our country, in the world. There's so many things that's constantly changing
Right.
that you just don't know what it's gonna look like or how it's gonna look like from a day-to-day basis. Then you talk about long term with
Right.
family, where you're gonna live, so many different things. So I agree with you. I would say uncertain as well. But that's not to say that I feel like there's uncertainty in your life, because you're founded on Christ. Your life is identified through Christ, and He gives you that certainty that you need.
Right. Amen. I agree.
Oh, and there's a
So-
date thing on the idea, I guess. Get in your car and head out of town. Take a scenic drive and enjoy the countryside. Stop along the way at a farm stand or restaurant for something delicious to share.
That is so cute.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
like
like you
that.
as well.
That sounds like these cards are all me.
Yeah, these are all you.
I want to pull these out more often. This is funny.
Where's the card that just says stay at home?
Oh,
Mind your
that was
business.
not in here. Not in here, unfortunately. I'm sure there's one or two.
Yeah, we're gonna
You
get
can
to
do some really good at-home dates, guys. You don't have to always go out, but going out
Yeah.
is more my cup of tea. Staying in is more my husband's cup of tea.
Yeah.
All right, so
This is gonna be our fourth one.
yeah, so we'll do two more.
Yeah, ain't for fine.
How could you become more active and healthy as a couple? Oh, we
Alright.
tried that today.
Yeah, we actually went bike riding today after like not riding our bikes for like 2 months probably.
Oh my goodness, it was
Yeah.
tough.
Well, here's the thing with that. Before I answer the question, they should have just go down this big old hill. It felt great going down, but boy oh boy was there a price to pay coming back up.
It was
and
tough.
we were walking, stopping. It was terrible.
It
we
was
was like,
tough.
wow, this is not good. But anyway, I think going to the gym together, walking together,
Mm-hmm.
riding bikes together, eating healthy together, all those different things are can lead to a positive, healthy lifestyle with your spouse.
Yeah, absolutely. We were supposed to just take a walk together.
I wanted to walk.
And I had to put 100 on 10. I'm like, we haven't rode our bikes in a while. Let's just ride our bikes. It's like, okay. And I was wishing we just walked instead, but it was
Next
all
time
good.
she'll listen.
We are actually planning to get more active. We used to always go to the gym together. We just need to be consistent. There's that message again from last night. We need to be consistent.
Yeah, consistency, exactly.
but we need to be consistent, and we have been talking about like a few days a week. We need to be consistent doing something active together.
Yep.
But the walks are really special because we not only because like if you're on the treadmill, you working out. There's not much time to be talking because you're kind of you're trying to catch your breath. You've really been intentional about working out. But when you're walking, not only are you exercising together, but you get a chance to talk with one another.
Yeah.
And so when we go to the boardwalk or just walk around our block, it really is a good time to catch up and just talk. So I highly recommend taking a walk.
That's good.
So this quote says, "The joy of intimacy is the reward of commitment." The joy of intimacy is the reward of commitment. Wow, I like that. So basically,
if you're committed, you're gonna get the reward of intimacy.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I get it.
That's good. You guys catch that? All right. So this says, lace up your running shoes. This is a date idea.
Yeah.
Find a track or trail and share a jog or power walk together. Finish up with a healthy smoothie and a hot shower. That sounds really
I like
nice.
the smoothie part.
Yeah, that's really nice. You like smoothies. All right, last but not least, guys. Know it's getting late. Thank you for tuning in, even if you watch later.
My last one.
Some date ideas for you. Yeah.
That's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. Uh-oh.
All right, what is this? Are you stuck in the dinner in a movie rut when it comes to date nights?
Oh, no, that's the beginning
of
it.
this hot.
This is the beginning
We're
of
gonna do it with that one more.
Try again.
I would pick that one. All right, heart to heart. How is your life together like an amusement ride? Most of us spend too much time on what is urgent and not enough time on what is important. So, Naisha, how is our life like an amusement ride?
It's fun.
Yep.
It's really fun. We do a lot of laughing. We do a lot of laughing. I'm not saying every single minute is laugh, but we do a lot of like just genuine laughing. So I would say like a amusement ride.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of laughing and have a lot of fun together.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's your answer?
Yeah. What's your answer?
So I like there's like the thrills of the amusement park, like whatever ride you're going on. Like they got this ride that's like a drop. It goes way, way, way up, then it just drops you down.
Mm-hmm.
They got roller coasters. You're going up and down, or the Ferris wheel. There's a lot of different rides that they're thrilling. But when you're like walking around the amusement park, that's not really thrilling. It's more of a relaxed, slower session where you're kind of just hanging out, talking, catching your breath, eating some food. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how life is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got your thrill moments,
Right.
but in between that, there's kind of like work,
Right.
sleeping, just chilling, relaxing.
Right.
Taking care of business.
Right.
So that's how I reckon it's similar to an amusement park ride.
Yeah, I like that. I like that analogy.
I like you.
Thanks, honey. And guess what? I feel like we just described ourselves mostly and how we took that question. Yeah. I'm more the thrill and spontaneous.
Yeah, I got
more mellow and
bring it back.
Let's
bring it back.
So, yeah, that was
fun.
5
cards. That
was fun, guys. Yeah.
You want to repeat the question just so if you want to ask your spouse this question or.
Yep. All right, so number 1 was how can you get involved in each other's interest even more?
I'll take it.
All right. I don't know if this is in the right order, but we'll just read another one. Does the road ahead feel too predictable or uncertain? How could you become more active and healthy as a couple?
Nice.
Talk about how you can overcome obstacles that keep you from getting away more often. I really like that. How is your life together like an amusement ride?
Nice.
So that was really fun. And with that, before we get off of here, we just want to invite you all to our upcoming Kingdom Couples event.
Yep.
The first one went really well. We thank God so much for how well it went, and we're just going to continue building from here.
Yep.
So our next event is in 16 days on September the 18th from 3 to 5 at the church, Father's House Family Church, 207 Main Street in Dayton, Massachusetts. If you're in the area, the surrounding states, it will be worthwhile for you to come out. Even if you're not married, guess what? You're welcome from 3 to 5. The entire time you're welcome. We'll have food there again. Again, it's free. Right now we're able to do this free. There will be some other events and different things that we do that may require some finances on your part, but so far right now it's free. Come and have a good time, learn something, make a spiritual deposit in your marriage, meet some new couples or aspiring couples. I mean, it's just going to be a great time. So come out. If you have questions about it, reach out to us. We're glad to answer any questions about it. So I think I was missing one more thing. Oh, we also have a date for our third event in October, and so we'll keep you posted on that. I'm going to drop a little hint. There is a special holiday for the husbands in October, and we're going to surround our event in October around that holiday. Okay, I'll be talking more about that to the ladies, to the wives and wives to be. I'll be talking to you more about that in the coming weeks, but we hope you have a great night. We love you guys. Thank you all for the support, and we hope to see you at our next event. We're going to try to do these lives more often.
Yeah, we got to do more
right
often.
We keep talking about it, but we're going to do it. All right, anything you want to add, honey?
Oh, that was fun. So try to do these questions with, ask each other these questions.
And comment.
Yeah, if you do them, let us know what your answers were.
Yeah, let us know how it went. All right, everyone, have a blessed night. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.